Hello, everybody, and welcome to part two of my BFDIE, or not BFDIE, BFDIA ranking. Now, I just finished BFDIA 23, and it was amazing. I don't think Book being in the finale was the best decision ever, but considering if she was against either Needle or Tennis Ball, she'd just destroy either of them. I already know Tennis Ball is 100% getting eliminated because people like Needle, probably because of episode 14, even though I much prefer Tennis Ball. I like Needle too, but I'll first be going over the eliminated contestants first because some of them have changed. Pin and Cornies have changed. Fries has changed. But I'll get Ruby and Bommy out of the way because they really haven't changed. Ruby's still B tier. Bommy's still S tier. Pencil, however, has changed a bit. She's in S tier. Her rivalry with Pin has gotten a lot worse in a good way, as in as good conflict. Really liked it. I'm glad that she did get taken out 8th. I feel like she has ran her course. I don't think she should have made it any farther, but I think she should have made it a little bit farther. Probably more farther than Nickel. Nickel, my opinion, hasn't changed on Nickel at all. He's still an A tier. Solid. His dynamic with Tennis Ball has gotten better. Fries, he's still S tier. I love how he didn't care at all that he got eliminated. He was just whatever. He's just the most carefree contestant ever. He just doesn't care about anyone or anything. His rivalry with Bommy was a pretty good plotline. It's just sad that it got cut short because of Bommy's early exit. Well, it wasn't early, but like early merge exit. So he was kind of floating in the background for most of it, while Corny and Pin took center stage. Pin is probably my new favorite character. She went through so much torment. She got her limbs taken off, her face taken off, and shrunken by all of the free smarts. And while talking with Corny and the whatever that thing was, I think we all know what I'm talking about, where she grown to dislike the free smarters. And then in episode 14, she got revived and took out Ruby and took out Pin. Well, she didn't take out Pin herself. She did outplace Pencil, so the only person she didn't really take out is Book, because she's obviously in the finale. So, but what I will say is that her dynamic with Corny, easily the best dynamic in the series, or in BFDIA, easily. They are the best dynamic in the series. I loved how these two settled their differences and were able to be friends again. And she went through all that suffering, all that torment, just to get 5th place. That's insane to me. She should have at least gotten 4th. That being said, I'm at least glad she made merge, so there's that. But I feel like she should have at least made finale, or 4th. It would have been better if she replaced Book in the finale, but she doesn't really have any dynamics with these two, so I understand why she was cut. And it's not even J&J's decision, it's the viewers. So yeah, Pin got eliminated because she was very disliked. Corny should have made finale too. I feel like it should have been him, Needle, and Tennis Ball. I feel like those should have been the final two, and I feel like Tennis Ball or Needle should have won the finale, and then it would have been Tennis Ball and Corny up for elimination, and then it would have been Needle and Tennis Ball in the finale. But obviously we can't have that because Book had to go in and ruin it because he can't get eliminated because people like her so much for some reason. I will never understand why Book is so liked, but this isn't about Book. This is about Corny. Corny, second best contestant. I love Corny. Same with Pin. He was the only person who really cared for Pin when she was miniature sized. He did everything he could to try and get her out, and even though it didn't pan out, he did get to see her again. And he is pretty much the only person who actively cared about her, like on a deeper level. Like, I don't think anybody in the final 10 really cared for Pin or really liked her that much. I don't think Nickel or Bommy really talked to Pin at all. I mean, they were on the same team. They did talk in the pre-merge, but they didn't really speak to each other when the merge hit. Mostly because Bommy got eliminated so early into it. Fries didn't really talk to her. Pencil and Ruby hated her. Same with Book. Needle started to hate her, and I've never seen Tennis Ball and Pin interact, so yeah, she was pretty much alone outside of Coiny, and I love this dynamic. Now let's get to the actual final 3. Soon to be 2, because one of these 2 is getting eliminated, and let's start with the person who I think is getting eliminated, which is Tennis Ball. In Tennis Ball, right here, I loved where he went through his little villain arc, and people started to hate him for some reason, and they started to like Needle more, all because of episode 14. I seriously don't get why people prefer her over Tennis Ball, but I don't judge what I just did, but like, okay, that's fine. He was amazing in the BFDIA 23. It's too bad that that's probably his last episode, because he is probably getting eliminated in BFDIA 24. And it's fine. We still got to spend almost the whole season with him. Basically the whole season with him, so it's all good. Needle is another S tier. She's good. I just think that it should have been her and Tennis Ball, because that would have been a dope finale, and it would have completed both their arcs. I feel like Tennis Ball probably should have won the whole thing, but I'm not mad that Book will probably, if I was to choose between the 3 of them on who I think will win, I think Book's winning. It's probably going to be a Needle versus Book, and Book's going to win, which means Tennis Ball gets 3rd, which is very high. Why did I do that? Which is very high. I think Tennis Ball deserves it. Needle getting 2nd place is probably a little higher than I would rather her going. She probably would have replaced with Coiny or Pin, preferably Pin, because I like Pin way more. Now it's time for my winner pick, and it's not because I like her. Well, I do like her, but well, she's A tier. She's dropped down a bit, mostly because other characters have gotten way better. I like Book. She's cool. It's just that she kind of floated in the background for most of the season. All she did was get killed multiple times by Pin and other objects. It's really just, I don't think she should have made finale, but I know there probably was forced her to make finale, because she would probably beat anybody in a vote besides, yeah, I think she'd beat most of these guys that I know. I don't know how popular someone like 8-Ball is, but out of the 10 here, I think she beats every single one. I think Fries and Needle would probably cut it pretty close, but I think that she'd beat all of them. Book is just okay. I mean, she's good, just not as good as the 7 above her. And that was my tier list. The fact that C and D tier wasn't even used should really paint a picture of how good post-hiatus BFDIA is. Depending on how good BFB onwards is, this could be the best season of BFDI. Granted, I'm only like 3 seasons in. I currently finished BFDIE, and I already made the video or recorded the video. I just got to edit it. And expect a BFB ranking sometime in the future, probably within the next week or 2. I want to get it done as soon as I can, but with school, I kind of don't have all that much time. But since it's probably going to be a snow day where I live, that gives me 1 extra day to make more videos for you guys. That's all for me, so see you later.